Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about multiple players, and we are first going to talk about what Barcelona is looking for in the summer. According to Rack 1, they said Barcelona is looking for a central defender for this summer with a young profile between 24 and 25 years of age, good on the ball and fast on his feet. And so when I read this, I'm like, wait a minute, didn't we just loan out a player that fits this type of profile? And I'm talking about Todibo. Letting go of Todibo is probably one of the most ludicrous deals I have ever heard of. We have to remember that Barcelona let go of Todibo for a loan fee of 1.5 million euros. The buy option for Schalke is 25 million, and for us to buy him back would cost us 50 million euros. And then reading this report from Rack 1, it only makes Barcelona look more stupid, and it makes me question, what does Barcelona want? And then I was thinking about like the options on what Barcelona could be looking for and what type of players are available. And like, to be honest, I can't really think of any players. Maybe Delete could be an option. There's this one other center back named Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool, but I don't think that he would want to go to FC Barcelona. So we have those two players, but with those two options, I don't think they want to move away from the club. So I don't know who Barcelona is looking for. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens in the summer, because at the moment I just can't think of anyone who's very good on the ball and is between 24 and 25 years old. Now moving on to Ronald Araujo. According to Marca, they said Ronald Araujo called up to the Uruguayan's senior squad for the game against Chile and Ecuador. So this is a huge opportunity for this player. Uruguay do play Chile on March 26th. This will be a game for the World Cup qualifiers, and that only makes this opportunity even greater because this player, this center back that we are talking about, is one of Barcelona's players. He is a young talent, and I do hope that he prospers one day. And at 20 years old, Uruguay do see something in this player. For Uruguay to call this player up, knowing that they have players like Godin and other good center backs, means a lot for this player. And I believe that Uruguay is prepared to switch out Godin for Araujo. So I believe from now on it's time for Araujo to establish himself in the Uruguayan squad. So I would keep an eye on this player. I would keep an eye on Uruguay, and just to see how he performs against Chile. He did start with Barcelona in one game, and I remember when he did play that game with FC Barcelona, I believe that he received a red card. But besides that, he is a tremendous talent, and I really hope Uruguay does use him against Chile. And I know that once he does step on the field for Uruguay, Barcelona will keep a close eye on this player to see how he performs under pressure. Now moving on to Felipe Coutinho. According to Sport, Barcelona still have faith that Bayern Munich will execute their buy option on Felipe Coutinho. If not, the Catalan side want to include the Brazilian in a big operation. So we know that it's official that Barcelona do want to get rid of Felipe Coutinho. They do want to use him for this ambitious summer for what they want to pull off, which is to bring in Neymar and Martinez in one transfer window. But the big question is, how are they going to use Felipe Coutinho? How are they going to use him in this operation? Could they use him just to like sell him to Manchester United or something and then bring in the cash and then pay the difference? Or are we going to use him as a trade-off? Like, hey, we'll give you Coutinho for Lautaro Martinez. We don't know how that's going to go down, but Barcelona do not want him back, and Coutinho does not want to go back to FC Barcelona. So that is the big question. How is Barcelona going to use Felipe Coutinho? And I know that Setien did say some words about Felipe Coutinho, saying that he's a great player with great quality, but I believe that he's only saying this just to keep his options open. And at the end of the day, the ones who choose who is going to come into FC Barcelona and who's going to come out to FC Barcelona will be the sporting directors. They have the true powers, and I believe that they do not want Felipe Coutinho. And I'm not saying that I'm agreeing with Setien, because I believe that Coutinho does need to go. There's no place in the team for him. We have so many players in the midfield. We have Arthur, De Jong, Busquets, Vidal, and potentially we might bring back Carlos Elenia. So Coutinho has no place. I don't see him in this squad. Our investment should be up front, which is to bring Neymar and Martinez. And the other big question for this player and this transfer is, how much are we going to sell him for? Could it be the regular fee of 110 million, or could it drop to like 80 million? We don't know what's going to happen, but what Barcelona do want is for Bayern Munich to buy Felipe Coutinho. And I don't know what the fee is going to be, but they do want the cash. They do want Coutinho away from the club. Now moving on to Neymar Jr. So a newspaper came out from Sport, and this is what it says. Freeway to Neymar, stop to Mbappe. Then if we continue here, Neymar has rejected each and every renewal proposal from PSG. The French side know about his desire to return to Barcelona and would rather sell him than their other star player, Mbappe. Now, this statement here says a lot about what PSG want to do and what Neymar wants to do, especially because we have to remember, and I have discussed this before in a video that I posted about 3 months ago, Neymar needs to let PSG know 15 days before, or I don't know if it's after, but let's just say before, 15 days before the last game, that his intentions is to leave PSG. And so with this statement from Sport, we can see that Neymar is rejecting and telling PSG that he wants to go as soon as possible. So he's letting them know very early. So he's just doing the correct steps to get out from PSG. There is a number of steps, and there is a process in place in order for Neymar to leave PSG. We know that completing the 3 seasons with PSG, he will officially be out from the protection period. Not just that, but this statement from Sport means that if he maintains the same contract he originally signed for 3 years ago, he will be free to leave. That is why Sport is saying that Neymar is rejecting every proposal from PSG, because if he renews, he will not be free to leave. If he has the same contract that he signed for 3 years ago in 2017 and he says that he wants to leave, he will be able to leave. Then if we continue further from Sport, Barcelona target Neymar current market value. The Brazilian star worth has dropped from the 80 million euro it reached 2 years ago to 160 million euros. So the market value of this player did drop, which is not surprising, and this only makes it easier for Barcelona to bring in Neymar and Lautaro Martinez. Now, the reason why Neymar's market value did drop, it could be because he missed multiple games, it could be because he had multiple injuries, and people have asked me, Kevin, why do you want to bring Neymar in? Like, he gets injured every 10 to 15 days. And my response is always, Neymar at PSG is very different from Neymar at Barcelona. When he is at Barcelona, he will be committed, he will be checked, he'll be like, hey, do this instead of that. And at PSG, they give him the freedom to do whatever he wants, and in result, he doesn't become as committed to football, and then from there, that's where he gets injured, because he does not take care of himself at PSG. At Barcelona, he has mentors, he has Messi, he has Piqué, he has the coaches, the staff, they will all get on him, and I know that Neymar is very well aware of that. So once he does come to FC Barcelona, he will take care of himself a lot more, and he will be focused more on the football. So I am not worried about Neymar being injured once he does come to FC Barcelona. I believe that he's going to come to this club knowing that he wants to win the UCL, and Barcelona do want to win the UCL also, so they both have the same objectives, which is a good thing to have. Now moving on to a very interesting topic. I never thought I was going to talk about this, but it is about Erling Haaland. According to Sport, Haaland's dad did say La Liga is a good league for him. Real Madrid and Barcelona have been linked to the Borussia Dortmund striker. Now, I have been asked, like, hey Kevin, what do you think about Haaland? Is he a good player? Do you think he should come to FC Barcelona instead of Martinez? And I always say he's a great striker. He's very lethal. He's dangerous. He looks like he could become one of the world's best striker, maybe the next Lewandowski, right? But seeing Barcelona's plans this summer and what they want to do, like bring Neymar and Lautaro Martinez, I just don't see Barcelona bringing in Haaland. The only way I can see Haaland coming to FC Barcelona is if we fail to bring in Lautaro Martinez. And I don't think that's going to happen unless Martinez says, hey, I'm committed to Inter Milan. I want to be here for the next 6 to 7 years. And if we bring Martinez and Haaland, I don't see those two playing out in this squad. We have to choose one or the other. What's very surprising though is that the market value for this player is 66 million euros, which is very, very cheap. And at the end of the day, it will be up to Haaland to ask for a move. If he tells his agent, hey, I want to move to FC Barcelona, Barcelona might consider, but I don't think Barcelona, the club themselves, are going to to reach out and say, hey, we want Haaland. And that move is going to be very easy. If Haaland does say, I want to move to FC Barcelona, it's going to be easy because the agent for this player is Mino Raiola. And we all know that this agent, he loves to move his players. He is the same agent that moves Pogba from Juventus to Man U, back to Juventus, back to Man U. He moves Ibra to PSG, to Barcelona. He moves players everywhere. He does not care. He is known to be considered as a money maker. So if Haaland says, I want to move from Red Bull to Borussia Dortmund to Barcelona, Raiola will make that happen. The one thing that does need to happen first though is if Haaland says, hey, I want to move to FC Barcelona. I want to take a bigger step in my career. So I don't see why it could be impossible, but certain things do need to happen in order for this move to happen. And at the moment, Barcelona's main objective is to get Martinez and Neymar. So that is it for today's Barcelona daily news. There's multiple interesting topics. I like how this Neymar operation is going. I believe that he's going to come in this summer. Neymar wants Barcelona as much as Barcelona wants Neymar. And feel free to comment in the comment sections on what you think about Haaland going to FC Barcelona. Let me know your opinion on that topic. And do you see him actually going to FC Barcelona? Like really, do you actually think that he will go to Barcelona in the next 1 to 2 seasons, knowing that we might get Martinez? And who would you choose, Martinez or Haaland? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.